Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday, so that can only mean one thing. It's the ISRL GR3 Pro Race here at Big Willow. Not my favourite track, but then I don't have to race on it, so I'm happy about that. And a happy Craden is, well, a happy Craden. Right, let's have a quick look, see what people are doing. Oh, let's get some information on the screen as well, that'd help, wouldn't it? There we go. Right, so, oh, who's out on track? Raiden, Lando, Zabi, Gertrude, Hunty, Walters going slideways, that's my job, what you doing? Hat Maris, Racer Tay, Nap, and Vitamin G. For a moment then I thought they were in the same car. Right, so stock check, if memory serves, should be at 5:15. And yes, I am a little bit late. If somebody hadn't have reminded me, I probably wouldn't have remembered, to be honest, because I've been up the allotment all day. Because I'm old, and that's what old people do. We go up the allotment and forget about everything else. Because, let's be honest, nothing else matters. Just the allotment. Right, let's open the folder of knowledge. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's pretend that everything is going well. How is everybody today? I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I was going to try out some new funky things that somebody mentioned to me, but I need a bit more practice with them. But if I get it right, then the commentary should run a little smoother. I should be able to do a few better things with the editing as well. And let's be honest, I need all the help I can get. Oh, afternoon, Vit. Right, so, because everybody likes confusing me, let me see if I can find my bit of paper. Right, the sprint race will be 1 lap quali and then 4 minute, no, 1 lap quali over 4 minutes and then a 9 lap sprint race, followed by a 27 lap feature race. Tyres were on 3, fuels on 5. Initial fuel, I have it down as to be concluded. Let's see what it says on Discord. Hopefully it will give me a bit more information on there. That's no good to me, that's season 11. We're in season 12, I believe. Yes, we are, season 12. Right, right, I don't actually know what the initial fuel is going to be for the feature race. I'm looking on the information on Discord and it is giving me nothing. Not an out. Let's see if it's in chat. Well, here we go. Let's ask the question on Discord, and hopefully somebody will pick it up and say, "Oh, you idiot! It's right in front of you. You're just old and can't read anymore." Right. So you will notice that we have Anthony Hunt joining us in the pro lobby now. He's found his big boy pants, and I'm not going to take the mick out of him. I'm not going to call him Gertrude. I'm not even going to call him Hunty. I'm going to try and show him some respect, and I'm going to call him the girl next... Anthony. Or Tony, whichever comes first. Evening, Hansa. Evening, Screech. Right, there we go. Right, starting fuel or initial fuel will be 85% for the feature race. See, Discord. If you're not on Discord, you're a donut. Or a Muppet, whichever you prefer. Some people don't like donuts. Yeah, you may want to be a Muppet. Right, and as I said earlier, I apologise. I am a little bit late to the lobby today because I just completely forgot all about it. It's actually not even down in my diary. Screech, it's not even on my spreadsheet, mate. That's a genius idea, Screech, a donut Muppet, or even a Muppet donut. Oh, where are you at the moment then, Hansa? Right, look at this, furiously flicking 3 bits of paper now. Trying to make it sound like I'm looking and researching stuff while I wait for Hansa to answer me on YouTube. I'm actually looking for the driver list. Oh yeah! Yeah. Oh, you naughty boy. So is that the reason that Hunt is in the pro lobby then, because you weren't able to make it this week? Yeah, sorry Hansa, I was just asking where you were if you're not at home. Just being nosy, you know, like you do. Let's see how quickly we can do something without making myself look like a complete... No, I'm going to end up looking like a complete moron, but it's okay. I can live with that. As I unplug many things and plug many other things back in. Oh, damn it. Okay, that was nearly my PlayStation ripped out of the TV cabinet. Right, haha. Right, where are we, what are we doing and why? Right, so... I was hoping to give you some well, interesting facts about Willow Springs. But, do you know what, even the names for the track aren't that exciting. Alright, so it looks like the guys are about to start the stuck check. I don't know why I had to do that for, I'm not... Right, so... Is this quali already? Excuse me 1 second. No, doesn't look like quali. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. Right, let's have a quick look. Come on, hurry up. Oh, that's nasty. Don't know what I just clicked on there, but it was definitely the wrong thing. Right. Might be an idea for me to do a... Well, I'm not going to go out and do a lap. because somehow that feels wrong. But what I will do... Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. Everything's happening. Right, so here we go. This should be... qualifying? Or is this a stuck check? I'm confused now, because I'm in a rush. Also can't see the lights. Ah, cheers, Tony. Come on. Right. Well, on the upside, I do have the dog right next to me. He's keeping me company today. Right, so as soon as they do whatever it is they need to do here, on the first lap, whoever gets the whole shot into turn 1, although you don't really get a whole shot in GR3, but what will happen is I will give you the corner names, because they do actually have corner names at Big Willow. Sorry, Willow Springs. Yeah, I'm going straight to hell for that one. Well, I've still heard it called worse though, Hunt, so yeah. Wait, what? If I wasn't confused before, I definitely am now. That... what? Am I looking at the wrong league information? Oh no, here we go. Right, so yeah, that was just the... Oh god, don't do that to me. Right, who's out first? We'll pick on whoever's out first. Alright, Walters is out first, but he's now in the wrong place. So we will sit with Raiden if we can, who's going into turn 1, which is Castrol Corner, he says. And then we go into 450R, which is also known as the Rabbit's Ear. Look, Tony, leave me alone, okay? I think I've got sunstroke, that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Alright, as he comes down now, going into turn 3, which doesn't have a name, but it does lead up to turn 4. Interesting. I was about to say it leads into turn 4, which is the Budweiser balcony. So Raiden goes off in the most spectacular way. Yeah, that is yeah. That would have been Budweiser balcony, but cheers, dude. If you could just carry on in your merry way with your engine damage. His racer taste smacks him off. Right, shall we do this while they're qualifying? Because they seem to be being a bit silly at the moment. Yep, Hunty proving my point. Cheers, Tony. Right. We'll try and do a lap with someone. Who's that? Let's go out with Sabi. Right, so here we come down through turn 1, Castrol Corner, which leads obviously up to turn 2, which is 450R or the Rabbit's Ear. I actually found out that the 450R, or like say, you know, the 130R, it's actually 450 radius. Can't believe I didn't figure that one out. Turn 3, which has no name. Turn 4, which is Budweiser Balcony. No pressure, Sabi, but if you make this lap look bad, then I'm in trouble. Round turn 5. And then right the way down into this little left-hand kink, which is called Wings Leg. Up onto the aptly named Sweeper, which is also known as 900R. Into 600R. Which then leads on to the main straight. Obviously to the left there, you've got your pit lane. So let's get back to a decent camera view. There we go. Right, so Zabi was out first, so he's obviously going to get the first lap in. And we have a massive 4 minutes of qualifying, so that's your out lap, and if you're really quick you'll get 2 flying laps. Well, no, not even if you're fast. Even if you're hunty, you'll be able to get 2 laps out of it. Yeah, you see, you come at me in my own chat, I'm going to come at you on channel as well. He knows I love him, really. Oh, I do apologise for any bangs and bumps you can hear in the background, but my lads are playing ball in the back garden. And as much as I'd love to go and slap them around the side of the head and tell them to shut up, it's just nice that they're outside playing. Because I've found teenagers, as a rule, don't usually like hanging out with each other anymore. If you know what I mean. You know, they're all like, oh, this is my little brother, I ain't playing with him no more. Right, so Zabi at the moment has the fastest lap, with Walters half a second behind. Napalm! Why did I want to call him Napalm? Naps in 3rd place. Hunty coming across in... Why didn't you come across in 5th? Are you still on your out lap? There we go. That took a while. What? Now I'm confused again, because they're all buggering off. What's going on? I'm so confused. Of course, you're only... It's a 1 lap qualifier. My bad. I'm being old. Doesn't explain. Is everybody else out on track now? Yes, they are. Good. Good, 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 good. Right, so... Yeah, I was right. Tony in 5th. Let's find out where Vit's going to go. Vitamin G, obviously the marshal, the main man for the pro lobby. Do you know, Tony, it is my age. It's a little bit of heat stroke, because I wasn't expecting the sun to be this warm today. I actually thought it was going to be raining. And I did spend about 6 hours up on the allotment today, so I'm feeling a little bit tired. A little bit old. A little bit precious. Hey, Dom. Right, so... Right. Everybody seems to be making their way across. Racer Tay. Oh, slips into 3rd. Well done, sir. Vit in 5th. And that's your lot. Who's that cheeky bugger going out the pits now? Right, some weird processional thing going on now, as Racer Tay is trying to mate with the rear end of Raiden. I'm not sure that's how you make a new race car, but each to their own. Yeah, well said, Dom. Right, as with last week, there are two groups. I've totally lost that bit of paper though, because I was an idiot. Right, we have Lando, TNT, Knapp, Walters. I'm not sure who the fifth is, even if there is going to be a fifth for Group 1. And Group 2 is obviously going to be everybody else. Hansa isn't with us this week because he's visiting with his parents. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody else who's missing. No. Oh, Melone isn't here. Nike. Well, Nike. No comment there, I think. Yeah, everybody else is here. Obviously including Tony as well. Right, so I want a clean fight. No rabbit punches. You know. No hitting below the belt. Tony. Right, let's limber up, get ready to go. Who do I fancy today? If I'm honest, Raiden. Yeah, if I'm being brutally honest, Raiden. And it looks like everybody had a half-decent start. Maybe except for Raiden, who's already slipped down to third. But nobody got stuck on the line, which is always a good thing. Racete making life look a little bit easy. Raiden already back up to second place. Looks like there's a bit of a scrap going on between Lando and Zabi. Please correct me if I'm saying anybody's name wrong. And at the moment it is a very British queue. Come on, Hunty, hurry up, lad. Yeah, I do. I think Raiden is the man to watch. I don't think he's going to give Racete any quarter at all. As soon as he gets chance, he's just going to swoop past. Taking a much wider line than Racer there. Oh, excuse me. As it looks like Raiden's putting the move on into turn 1. And indeed, he's got it to work, as Hat Maris actually goes past Racete as well. So in the space of 2 corners, Racete has already lost 2 spots. Now obviously, as everything settles down, I am expecting the pack to stretch itself out, and the quicker boys will run away and leave the best of the rest. Who's at the back? Walters, what are you doing all the way back there, lad? I'm going to presume he's had an off. Let's have a look. Oh, it won't let me do the in-car. Right, nice. Thank you very much for that. That's always useless. Satmar's actually getting a little bit close to Raiden there. Racete doing my favourite trick of hooking his tyres on the inside there just for a little bit of extra turn. Raiden looking very comfortable so far. Bearing in mind this is still only the sprint race, we have the feature race to come. Yeah, it looks like my prediction is going to be true. Obviously this is a sprint race, so no worries about stopping for tyres or fuel. just a straight run to the end. And obviously Raiden's just romping away at the moment. Alright, so the running order as of lap 3, we've got Raiden in first, Hat Maris in second, followed very closely by Racer Tay, Zabi in fourth, Lando in fifth, Vit in sixth, Naps in seventh, Athens in eighth, Tony in ninth, and Walters back down in 10th. It looks like Naps having the Athenium. Yep. Naps got past Athens quite easily there, actually. And Hunty is now right up Athens' chuff. That's not something you want to see in your rearview mirror. Oh, there's Zabi and Lando there getting very, very close. Looks like the top 6 guys are just forming a train with Raiden at the lead. And Vit bringing up the rear of that particular little scrap there. Walters is nowhere to be seen at the moment. He's 23 seconds off the pack. Hunty's really going to have to get his hammer down if he's going to do something with Athens. Athens is a damn good driver, and Tony's going to find it quite hard to find a way past him, especially if he can't get close enough to him at the end of the straight. And bearing in mind Athens is going to be having the toe of Nap in front of him. And no, Hunty ain't getting anywhere near. Alright, so let's have a look at the guys. Oh, Malone's turned up. Unfortunately the race has already started, so I believe he'll be able to enter the feature race but not the sprint. It does look, however, like Vitamin G might possibly be able to do something with Lando in the next couple of laps. And we've also got the three-way battle for basically 7th place, which is Nap, Athens and Hunty. Not really a lot going on though. As Hunty... No, sorry. Yeah, Hunty spun off there. Oh, it's almost a shame I haven't got my keyboard so that I can do one of those trendy little jumpy back replay things. But I don't, so I can't, so I won't. Alright, Raiden now with a commanding lead. Hat Maris and Racer Tay having a good little scrap for 2nd place. They are very quickly though running out of laps. Potential here for Racer Tay to do something if he feels big. If he feels confident enough around 900. In 600, can he do anything off the main straight down to turn 1? He's definitely close enough for a move. He's moved to the inside line. Obviously that means that yeah, he's got him on the straight. Fair enough, you can't argue with that. No bumping in the corners if you can catch him on the straight. Looks like Vit and Sabi are pretty much evenly matched at the moment. Sorry, Hat Maris. No, I'm actually losing the plot now. I think I need to go for a lie down. Yeah, it is Vit and Sabi. I can't even say their names now. I'm having a stroke. No, that's not funny. Right. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about Tony or Walters. And Lando, he's only... Why is Lando that far back? Did he actually do a pit stop? That's confused me a little bit. Right, Raiden now nearly 3 seconds ahead, with only 2 laps to go. Well, that doesn't help me, Mew. You may be lying down, but it ain't going to help me at all. Unless you're lying down to be my pillow. Alright, yep. It doesn't look like Racer Tay is going to have an answer for Raiden, so... I shouldn't really have favourites, but coming into this race I knew that Raiden was going to do well. Ooh, Zabi all over the rear of Vit there. This might actually be the battle to watch. Indeed it is. Everybody else is too far apart really to worry about. I'm checking the mini-map. And they're not quite close enough to have a proper ding-dong backle. Backle? What's a backle? I don't know what a backle is. Oh, Zabi's found the inside line. Cheeky. Oh, I was hoping Vit would do the switch back there. Bugger. Well, the good news is he's going to be in prime position for turn 1. Is Zabi going to stay there now and just protect the inside line? Absolutely nothing happening there. Obviously, Zabi in the, I believe that's a Merc, and Vit's in the Peugeot. Vit going out for the better line through the corner. Should be able to hold the speed a little bit better. Yeah, this is definitely not one of my favourite tracks, but I get why it's on the calendar. Right, so here we go then. It's the final lap. As Vit goes very wide into that corner there. So it's looking like a real comfortable win for Raiden. And I believe that's Walters in front of him. Oh no, it's Lando. So Raiden takes it. Racer Tay in second. Hat Maris in third. Zabi in fourth. Vit in fifth. Nap in sixth. Athens in seventh. And Tony a country mile down the road, nearly, it's almost 40 seconds. Not what I expected to see from Tony, to be fair. He's a much better... Oh, as he puts the tyre out on the dirt. So Walters is going to steal 8th on the final corner, because young Mr. Hunty the Punty, Gertrude himself, put a tyre out on the dirty stuff and spun his ass round. Ah, you silly sausage. Right, we're going to take a short break now. We'll quickly do the race results, and then we'll have a 5 or 10 minute break. I'm going to leave the stream running, just because. Well done to Raiden, pole position, fastest lap, and all round good guy. Let's just double check. So here's confirmation for you. Raiden in first, Racer Tay in second, Matt in third, Zabi in fourth, Vit in fifth, Naps in sixth, Athens in seventh, Walters in eighth, Tony in ninth, and Lando in 10th. Alright, so a little bit of a break time. So I'm going to use this opportunity to run to the toilet because Tony thinks the track is crap, and I agree with him. See you in a sec. Right, so it looks like Vit is already back. That was not 10 minutes, by the way. And there was me going to be a naughty boy and jump in one of my GR3s and do a quick lap. Let's get my favourite GR3, which is obviously the Porsche. As we've got a sewing circle or something going on in the chat at the moment. Alright, just waiting on nap now. Right, so the feature race is 27 laps. Initial fuel will be 85%. Tyres on 4, fuel on 5, and the time of the day will be 5:30 in the afternoon. Ish. There we go, nap's finally on. Now, I was going to be cheeky and jump in my GR3 and do a quick lap, but it looks like we don't have enough time for it, which is a shame. Starting in 3 minutes, shall I bomb out for a quick lap? What do you reckon, chat? No, it's pushing my luck now, isn't it? Sod it. Come on. What's that? Oh, bugger! Right, I can do the outlap. I can do the outlap. Alright, everybody out of the way. Craden coming through. Let's quickly bomb through. And you know what? Let's be silly. Let's go cockpit. Not a view I normally use, but don't know why I changed down there. It's been a while since I've driven on this track, if I'm being honest. Oh, and now the dog's whinging in the background. Even the dog don't like me driving. Alright, let's do a quick try-hard outlap. And then... Oh, please don't go off. As people are going the wrong way, that's not helpful. That scared me, I'm not going to lie. Just give you a rough idea of what the lap looks like. Where are we? Coming up to the final corner. And then I've got to get out of the way. I am not going all the way down to third gear. Any minute now, Vit's going to send me some nasty messages saying, "Get off the track!" So there you go. A nice little trip round Big Willow. And now I need to get off the track. Like, there you go. Evening, Herbie. Right, that's got to be about 30 seconds left, and then Vits will be starting. Hopefully you enjoyed my little interlude there as I drive around the track. I would have shouted out corner names, but I was concentrating so hard in cockpit view. Do you know what? I didn't even take notice of how long it took me to get round. Alright, so Vit's car is ghosted, which means any minute now we're going to start the feature race. Now, there is only 10 racers, which is a little worrying. See you, Hansa. Right, so here we go, ladies and gentlefolk, and those who don't know the difference. 27 laps of the track I dislike almost as much as the Nürburgring. And I've just noticed Walter's livery looks a lot like mine. Interesting. Right, can't see the lights. This is the worst camera angle in the world. Oh, it's a rolling start. You were to muppet. Right, and here we go. Let's see if the turn 1 meme is real. By the looks of it, everybody nice and clean through turn 1. Absolutely no bother. Now, as with the last race, I'm predicting Raiden's going to win. Just because I know that Raiden's good at this track. And he just won in the sprint one, so he's now got 27 laps to do basically the same thing. Right, for now though, Lando holding on. A little sliding out of that first corner. First corner? That's not even the first corner, you muppet. That was like turn 5. Oh, I've got to do another 26 laps of this. Right, Hunty is, I'm going to predict, going to be in first place at the end of the main straight, or at least coming out of turn 1. Oh, especially if Lando goes off the side of the track like that. I want to have a bit of a look at... Yeah, this is pretty similar to mine. Maybe me and Fabuki could get Walters on a copyright claim. Nah. Yeah, I agree with you, Mew. Raiden is good at every track. Right, so this is just basically jostling for position now. Everybody wants to be everywhere. Speaking of Raiden, why are you all the way back there? And why has it done that again? Thank you. He has no damage. I'm guessing there was a coming together. Do you know what, Herbie? That's not a bad idea. Do you fancy it? There's room. Oh, now Wasabi helped there as he goes in for an impromptu pit stop. Alright, so he's now on the softs. Bless him. Alright, as Athens is all over the back of Racer Tay. This is, I'm hoping this is going to be a lot more exciting than the sprint race. For battles anyway, with 27 laps. I could definitely see a lot more happening. Alright, Herbie, if you want to join me in the commentary booth, mate, by all means. It can only help. Right, Walter's getting overtaken by, well, nearly everyone at the moment. What is Walter's running? He's on the... Ah, there you go. Everybody else seems to be on the softs. Walters is started on the mediums. So obviously the soft being the faster car. Faster car? Faster tyre even. But the lads up front doing a smashing job. Tony's still bothering Lando. Now the problem is, even if Herbie does want to join me, if he sent me a notification, I have them turned off when I'm streaming. So if you have set up a chat party, mate, you need to tell me, because I won't know. We've still got 22 laps left if you want to jump in. It's an absolute cluster now. Everybody jockeying for position. Looks like Naps is going to try and put a move on Malone. Athens in a bit of a no man's land at the moment, but Raiden into 7th place, chasing down Zabi now. And it's not going to be too much longer before he gets past him. But let's stick with Nap and see if he can get past Malone. See, herein lies the problem. I don't actually know. I'm guessing so, because Racer Tay was a lot further up the pack than this. Alright, Hunty looks like he's slipping behind just a little bit now. He needs to stay with Lando until at least the pit stops. Maybe see if he can get the undercut. But Lando's on the mediums and Hunty is... it looks like he's... I'm not going to say he's having problems keeping up with him, but he's definitely not putting enough pressure on. I'm not saying smash the lad off the track, but you do need to get past him at some point, Tony. Alright, Malone starting to pull away from Nap a little bit now. And Zabi is... yeah, Zabi's not going to have 6th place for much longer. I'm trying to keep my eye on the mini-map at the same time to see if anybody does slide off again. But I am just one man. The softs seem to be... well, it is Big Willow, so the softs are going to wear out fairly quickly. It is a bit harsh. I'm guessing that Athens had a bit of an issue going into the final turn, because he is being absolutely gobbled up, or he will be in the next few corners. But it looks like Raiden's going to be past Zabi fairly soon. Oh, someone's in the pits. Who's that? Vit's in the pits. And he's just sat there. Okay, that was some weird stop-go penalty. Yeah, Hunty still no answer for Lando. Let's get back to this little battle here. Oh, so Lando is lagging on Hunty's stream. That might explain why Hunty hasn't got past him yet. He maybe doesn't realise where he is on track. As Lando goes into the pits and Hunty takes the lead. Well, we're going to stick with these guys because this is basically where the action is at the moment. Even with Tony out front, Malone is obviously going to catch it fairly quickly, I think. That's no disrespect to Hunty, it's just that Malone is a much better... What's up, dog? Yeah, my dog's picked this exact moment to start whinging. Right, as Zabi and Raiden now all over the back of Athens. Looks like Zabi is going for it. He's going to have the inside line into the corner, which is going to force Athens wide. Can Raiden get past in the same spot? No. Oh, that was not a up. I'm not sure about that. There may be a steward's inquiry there, although Zabi is waiting for Athens. That was a bit cheeky. I'm not going to say that was deliberate, but it won't have helped Athens' line. Alright, many people's in the pits now. Malone into first place. Lando in a comfortable third at the moment, bear in mind he's already pitted. Naps in second, but still has to come in, as does Malone. I might just start calling him Mellow. And there is a distinct gap between the drivers now. Hunty, to be fair, Hunty's going to be in a bit of bother soon because Raiden has pitted and he's now on the softs. So as soon as Raiden gets his eye in and beds these new tyres in, it's not going to take him long to get past young Tony there. In fact, I predict turn 1. I predict a turn 1 overtake. Call him Bugsy Malone. Well, Bugsy Malone is now in the pits. He was on the softs. Is he going to come out on the mediums, or is he going to put another set of boots on? Raiden easily passes Tony in the last corner. Yeah, he's coming out on the mediums. Now, the advantage for Tony here is that he can sit in Raiden's slipstream. And for want of a better term, just let him suck him round the track. Absolutely no problems at all, Mew. I've got to do that to prove that I do read the chat at the same time as trying to commentate on the race. So, this is where Raiden does what Raiden does best. He's just going to start passing people and pulling away. As you see, Hunt is nearly out of the suction zone. Yeah, there he goes. So, Hunty now being chased down by Walters. Evening, Budge. For a moment then I thought you said nude. I say, not while I'm streaming. Alright, the field definitely spread out now. There's quite a few massive gaps coming in. But Naps, he's getting low on fuel and his tyres are quite worn. I think he's going to have to come in at the end of this lap, which means Lando is going to get promoted up to first place. Everybody behind him, I believe, now has been in for their first pit stop, except for Walters as well, who's staying out for another lap. That's brave fella. Alright. Tay's already been in. Matt's been in. Athens has been in. Sabi and Vit. Vit did a bit of damage there. I wonder how that occurred. Excuse me. So, I predict this young gentleman here, who looks like he's about to confuse me by lapping someone. Is he going to jump into the pits? Is he going to pull that left hand down on the steering wheel and just slide on in? Or does he think he's got another lap in him? He thinks he's got another lap in him. This is proper bravery now. I don't know how well Nap is with his fuel, but his offside tyres, or his near-side tyres, sorry, are completely goosed as Walters comes in with 2% fuel remaining. I just hope that Naps has read his fuel gauge properly. and he can actually finish the rest of this lap and get into the pits, although he's going to need to take on quite a bit of fuel, because 85% fuel will have done him 12, well, basically almost 13 laps, which means he's going to have to take on pretty much a full tank to finish the race, I think. Nobody else on track at the moment actually anywhere near each other. Oh no, there's a small battle going on. I just want to stick with Nap to see if he comes into the pits. That car's basically bingo on fuel now. He's got no choice but to come in. Literally rocks up with 0% fuel. Right, let's jump forward to Zabi and Athens, because this is basically the only battle going on. Evening, Foxy. Yeah, I'd have to agree with Foxy there. It's much better watching the race than actually racing at Big Willow. As I said about 4 times now, this is definitely not one of my favourite tracks. In fact, I hate it with a passion. My biggest issue is turn 4, Budweiser corner. Zabi makes his way past Athens. Now, are these fellas on the same tyre as Athens on the medium? No. Zabi is actually on a slightly older set of softs. It'll be interesting to see what Athens can do with that. Foxy says says same, I quit like a girl. I haven't watched Hunty's stream of manufacturers, unfortunately. So I am in the dark on that one. Right, let's see what Athens can do, if anything, to get back onto Zabi and perhaps get past him. He's closing nicely through this last corner. 600R. Is he going to have the leg? He hasn't got the legs down the straights. Zabi's actually pulling away from him in this straight line. That's a little weird. Hunty is permanently on Twitch. I don't think Hunty actually does any YouTube videos anymore, does he? He does his Twitch channel, and I know he's got a podcast that he does. I'm not going to repeat that. By all means, I'll let people read it, but I'm not saying that word. Right, let's do a quick rundown of what's going on, because this is turning into a bit of a yawn fest. We've got Lando nearly 7 seconds in the lead. Malone in second place, being chased down by Raiden. Raiden's done an absolute storming job, bearing in mind this was a reverse grid from the sprint race, where basically Raiden has started last and he's now in third. Come on, we've got to give him kudos for that. Hunty's always swearing a lot. That's why I usually don't have him in my chat when I'm doing commentary. Right, Nap's now putting a little bit of bother on Racer Tay. Hat Maris down in 6th place. Bless him, he's all on his own. As I was about to say, as is Zabi, but he's been chased back down by Athens. Hopefully Athens can do something with that. Walter's definitely in the middle of no man's land. As is Fit. And Hunty is he in the same race? I don't think the Vulcanhorst is doing him any favours at this track. But I'm sure he'll prove me wrong, and he'll actually start annihilating everything. Yeah, Hunty don't swear like human beings don't breathe. Lando absolutely running away with this one. He's completely buggering up my prediction for who was going to win. But I'm guessing with the fuel and the tyre wear, this is going to be a two-stopper. I don't think he's going to stretch those softs to the end of the race. They will be completely goosed by then. Malone on his mediums. Being caught always by Raiden. We'll stick with this battle for a little while because I think Raiden's going to have him in very short order. Obviously the softs being a little bit quicker than the mediums, so it's a bit of an unfair advantage for one driver to be on mediums, the other to be on softs. The downside to the softs, of course, they do wear out a lot quicker than the mediums, so Raiden is going to be losing some traction, which means slightly less acceleration and dodgy cornering as well. Something I'm very familiar with. That's cornering not being dodgy. Alright, sometimes being dodgy. The other thing we're not taking into account as well is dirty air. So he's going to have worn tyres and dirty air as well. That's not going to be doing him much favours. True story, Foxy. Hunty is the only dodgy one. Well, I'm trying to be nice to him tonight. I'm not trying to call him silly names or anything like that. I've been trying my hardest to call him Tony as Raiden comes into the pits for the second time. Lando has also come in the pits. Hello. Right, now they're both going to have to take on a little bit of fuel. Lando has a little bit more than Raiden, so I'm expecting Lando to come out first. Yep, there goes Lando down the road. Raiden's now dropped down to 4th. Can he definitely hold on to 4th from there. And now it is basically chasing everybody back down again. Yeah, I go I don't think there's a stream of hunters I haven't watched where I haven't nearly flipping died laughing. I do like watching people who can't control themselves. And Hunty does have a bit of a thing for losing the plot. Vit and Tony are both in the pits. I am a little bit confused. I didn't see any tyre changes there, but I was a little bit late to the party. Hunty has now been in pits for a very long time. What is going on there, fella? Alright, Malone now in the pits with 1% fuel. He could potentially lose... Well, he's definitely going to lose his lead here. He'll be lucky if he can get out in front of Raiden, because he's going to have to put in quite a lot of fuel to get to the end of the race. Oh, it's a drag race. And there goes Raiden. Now, the upside for Malone is he is going to have a lap younger set of tyres. But we are talking Raiden, so that's going to be a bit dodgy. So, Nap, he's going to be struggling towards the end of the race because he's already on slightly worn tyres. Not sure if that fuel's going to get him all the way there as well. But, you know, he may be a very tactical racer, I don't know. I don't actually remember how Nap drives. I haven't raced with him. Not that I would anyway, because, you know, I can't race at this level. Oh, Malone is having a little bit of a look at Raiden. This could get a bit spicy now. Alright, the battle for second place is definitely on. Third place, rather. We're going to have the drag race down to turn 1. Let's see what these boys can do at the Castrol corner. They keep it very, very civil and carry on down to the Rabbit's Ear. Not sure why they call it the Rabbit's Ear. It doesn't look like a rabbit's ear. Alright, down towards turn 3. If Raiden leaves a little bit of room, Although he does look like he's slightly protecting that corner. It means he is going to lose speed in that corner. But up to the what is it, Budweiser balcony, which I'm guessing the game couldn't get licensing for Budweiser, or didn't want to because it's an alcoholic beverage. Alright, round onto Munro Ridge. And now Wingy's Leg. I love this. Wing's Leg. It's just a funny name for a corner. Into the right-hand sweeper. And from the right-hand sweeper back into 600R. Which is basically just a 600-degree radius turn. Now they do seem to be pulling in Knapp a little bit. This could potentially be a battle for second place in the next few laps. And like I said, Knapp's tyres are slightly older than everyone else's. And those near-side tyres, I call them near-side tyres because I live in England, and the tyres on the left are nearest to the curb, and we class that as near-side. Although I suppose it's an American track, so that would technically be the offside tyres. See, boring statistics. Right, everybody else is about as far away from everybody else as they can be. Am I going to risk it? Shall I risk it for a biscuit? You know, the moment I come off this pair, Malone's going to put a move in. Do you know what? I'll wait until they get to the end of the main straight. Malone taking a much tighter line than Raiden there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Herbie there. He hasn't joined the room, and I can't really look at chat to see whether or not can I have a quick look. Alright, nope, he hasn't joined the room yet, so he can't commentate if he's not in the room. Alright, they have... wow. Knapp is really struggling now, and Raiden's already all over him. It's quite crazy. This, in literally less than a lap, is becoming a race for second place. Now, Norris is miles up the road. I mean, what we're looking at now, look at 8-second lead over everyone else. As Raiden is all over the back of Knapp, and it's definitely, I don't see him keeping that position. As Malone is trying to go the hard way round the outside. As Knapp bombs into the pits. So Raiden up to second place now. Now Malone is definitely going to want second. So this is going to be a proper race to the end now. I'm surprised that Knapp came in. Well, not really. He didn't really have enough fuel for the rest of the race. Now, this is interesting. Malone's gone around the outside. Obviously, that's going to turn into the inside as we get to turn 3. So this is going to be a bravery test for everyone here, I think. He pulls it off beautifully. So Raiden's back on the offensive again. And literally these two fellas are giving each other no quarter whatsoever. This is what we wanted to see at the end of a race. Two guys slugging it out. It looks like Racer Tay and Knapp are now going to be in a little battle of their own. I'm trying to use the mini-map to my full advantage this week. Let's just have a quick look at the difference in tyres. Oh, Malone has got much better tyres than Raiden. And has also got a bit more fuel as well, so he's got a bit to play with. He can keep the hammer down. I'm not going to say drive like a loony, but he can definitely keep that loud pedal pressed and not worry about fuel. They are slowly eating into Lando's lead, but it's not going to be enough, boys. They're not going to make up nearly 10 seconds in, what's that, 3.5 laps. As Raiden seems to, I think he's accepted the fact that he's going to finish in third, and that his tyres are slightly going off by now. He's going to be feeling that in the corners. And as a consequence of that, Malone is able to pull away just a little bit. But of course, Raiden's going to be catching up with him back on the straight, or one would hope. Let's see that time come down. Yeah, the time's coming down pretty quick. I do believe he's actually in the Subaru, so not bad in a straight line. Right, Lando's caught up with Hunty. Oh my days, Hunty's been lapped. That is not going to be a happy bunny in that BMW now. Although fair play to Hunty for sticking his indicator on and letting the leader through. Oh, Malone getting a bit squealy through that corner there. And Raiden dropping off out of the suction zone now. Evening, Robbo. Well, Hunty's been lapped. Which has been mildly amusing. Not much going on track at the moment. Raiden's popping back into the pits, I'm guessing for a new set of boots. See if he can do something about that distance. There you go, no fuel, just boots. So that's it now, this is the charge for Raiden. He's going to be putting that hammer down. Burn as much of that fuel off as quick as he can and catch back up to Malone. Don't think it's the best way of doing things, but is what it is. Alright, so we've got Lando in first place, 9 seconds ahead of Malone, who's 6 seconds in front of Raiden, who's 7 seconds in front of Racer Tay. Poor Nap's in a bit of a no man's land, as is Matt Harris, or Hat Maris, sorry. Zarbi 11 seconds behind Hat now. Walter's not having the best race in the world. Dropped all the way back to 8th now. Athenium is in 9th. Fit having a bit of a shocker in 10th. And Hunty, bless him, 1 lap down in 11th place. So yeah, if Hunty's not careful, Malone will be catching him up. Malone doing quite a good job in the Audi. What was Lando driving? I can't tell what car that is. Is that the GTR? Looks like a GTR to me, that does. Right, and how's Raiden doing on those new tyres? Not bad by the looks of things. He's definitely not going to catch them because it is the last lap. Right, so short of something really serious going on, like Lando's car blowing up, he's literally ran away with this one. He's basically led from the beginning. The good news for Hunty is he doesn't have to do another lap. Malone is going to come in 2nd place. Raiden in 3rd. Racer Tay in 4th. Nap in 5th. Matt in 6th. Zarbi, who I thought was going to do a lot better than this, back way down in 7th place here. But still a bloody good race. And then he's followed by Walters, who I'm sure has nicked the colours for my livery. And then Athens, Vitamin G, and then poor Hunty. Down in 11th place, 1 lap down. Alright, so bear with us a second, we'll get confirmation of the victory there, pole position, and indeed I do believe that is Lando's first win with ISRL, so absolute congratulations to him. Let's get confirmation of the race results. Lando in first, Malone in second, Raiden third, Racer fourth, Knapp in fifth, Matt in sixth, Zabi in seventh, Walters in eighth, Athens in ninth, Vitt in 10th, and Hunty 1 lap down. Yes, I do keep saying 1 lap down because I enjoy saying it, in 11th place. Congratulations to Malone for getting the fastest lap as well. Alright, so there you go, guys. That's it for this week. The next race will be next Sunday at Yamagawa Miyabi. I hope I said that right, I never normally do. So, until next week, fellas, I'm going to run away. Like and subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. I'm going to stop doing that at the end of my videos now because it doesn't bother me. Take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the racing. Bye-bye now.